Hi everyone, it's me, the Sparkle Girl, aka Kim Sparkle. So let's just say it's not going to be like the normal, normal kind of live videos, but let's just say to be honest with you boys and girls, let's just say since some of you who have seen my videos about be yourself and all that and trying to be, toughen up. You probably see my other live videos that has that relatedly. So yeah, so that's the point. So I know some of you may not going to expect this, and I totally understand that because this is something let's just say I haven't been doing it for a while because if some of you who probably may have remembered my other videos about how to deal in the situation when it comes to cyberbullying or something like that. So yeah, so so you're lucky to have me to be supportive and give you the acknowledge and giving you the um my sort of way how to answer and giving you the best um whatever to do in your own sort of personal situations. But you don't have to share it to me. You don't have to because it's your business and not mine. Because I know that. So maybe especially you just keep your drama or whatever to yourself. Like, thank you, because like I said, it's not really my business anyway. But if you really want to be yourself or whatever, just be yourself. So let's just say it's like take your time to before you acknowledge other people when it comes to don't think before how you respond to some people sometimes, because sometimes let's just say because I'm looking at these sort of stuff online anyway, because they sort of help me to realize about my past actions when I was a kid and all that. And yes, I kind of grew out of it. So let's just say when I was a kid, I did kind of, well, acting up a little bit, like getting upset or angry or sometimes, but not too personal though. Let's just say, I mean, we all get emotions now, don't we? Yes. So that's the thing, boys and girls. So don't worry, you don't have to be upset. Just try to be your best to be positive as you can if you want to or need. And yet, you're still a good person no matter what you did wrong. And you may feel a bit guilty about it, but it's okay to feel that way sometimes because I know how that feels too. So, yes. And yet, that's the first fact for why I should talk about this for you boys and girls who needs help. But if those of you who doesn't need my help, then that's totally fine. I can, totally understand that. But if those of you really appreciate my help, then that's totally fine too. And I do kind of appreciate that as well. And yes, and I may not know you guys like really, like in real life, but I do respect you like anyway, because I do give you the best effort on how to be the best person of who you are and what you are. And that's the same thing for me about who I am and for what I am. And that's the really important thing, really. Some of you may remember the song from Tarzan 2 about who am I when Tarzan trying to figure out who is he and what he is. hmm So yeah, but let's just say he accepted for what he is and who he is because he's just a boy from the jungle who is now officially a part of the gorilla's family. Yeah, to be honest, I had to feel to say this. I'm happy for him. So, yeah, and there's a lot of other Disney movies can have this sort of matter anyway, like Milan, for example, because in Milan, some of you may know how Milan feels sometimes because Milan kind of feels like nobody acknowledged her for her real self, because Milan doesn't realize that not many people seem to acknowledge her for whatever, but that's a fault. Because if you think about that song that Milan was singing, Reflection, because she doesn't know, as in she's questioning um what is she and who she is and all that. And she was trying to question whether she should be what her family and the others see what she is and all that. But until sometimes later, when Milan realized when she was talking to Mishu and seeing the reflection of her face on her helmet and the way she cries in tears, I kind of feel sorry for her, because let's just say I get how she feels sometimes. So that's the thing. So that's the point. And and to be honest, and there's another film can be a bit like that sometimes too, like Ariel from the Little Mermaid, because none of her family or anyone else seemed to acknowledge her for her real self either. And you want to know why? Because she just doesn't feel like she belongs under the sea, because since she loves everything that is all human related, because she loves that you know the above world where all the humans are, and that's us people, humans. So yeah, yep, believe me, that's totally the thing. Yeah. So let's just say like I said just then about me looking up things up online about things that you may like or may not going to, well, whatever. But let's just say that there are some few things that do got some few points, and I do have the best advices for us people to, to feel the better of us, and how to, um, I don't know really, but it's complicated for me to explain, because I do have this sort of thing about not making sense all the time. But I hope everyone can bear with me, because as in be patient of how I respond and that, because sometimes, like I keep saying, it's just one of these things that people can relate to for not, you know, muttering up the words. Yeah. Sort of reminds me of Marinette from Marcus Ladybug. And yeah, she does have low self-esteem because of this nasty Chloe Bourgeois. Yep. Yes. So, okay. And I remember on this website, and it's called Quora. Yeah, it's thing is spelled Quura. I know it sounds weird to pronounce it, but I'm sure you guys know what I mean anyway. So anyway, and I was reading something about why some people treat us like their enemies even when we didn't do anything wrong. So that's the first thing I want to talk about here. Because sometimes there could be several reasons why some people may treat us like enemies and different when we're like accused. Yeah. And there's three things in the examples. Number one, past experience. Number two, miscommunication. And number three, insecurity. Yeah. And there's number four, jealousy or competition. Number five, projection. Six, cultural or social influence. And number seven, mental health issues. So yeah. So these are the things that some of you and me included. Mm, okay. Okay. And there's other things really. let's see. Okay. And I don't know if some of you able to remember this from my other videos that I've been did from the past. Let's just say, well, that's the thing. I did kind of said that the only way is to be yourself by just trying not to acknowledge those who tries to give you the negative, okay? Because that's the only way to make sure they know and aware that they not bothering you. So that's the thing. Yep. Okay, so trying to think something else in my head. Trying to think. Oh, and to be honest, every time when it comes to Disney or whatever that is not Disney, let's just say films and TV shows, they can't teach us many things to learn about, like My Little Pony example, because Twilight Sparkle can be a great teacher to some people. And don't forget Rainbow Dash, Rarity, Applejack, Pinkie Pie, and Fluttershy, and some other characters too, like Sunset Shimmer and Starlight Glimmer. Yeah. I have to just say thank you to those who make My Little Pony in the first place, because My Little Pony actually inspired me to be just like Twilight Sparkle. Yes, okay. I think I'm starting to sound like her, aren't I? Oh my goodness, that sounded creepy, isn't it? Okay, maybe it is or maybe it's not, but that's just me thinking it too much. Oh boy. Well, and yet, okay. And sometimes when having an argument, well, sometimes it's okay to have an argument, but sometimes it's not always necessary. Well, I know people can argue whatever, but sometimes we can't control it really. Can't control how people respond to you or how you respond to them, because that's just how life is and how it works. So yeah. And and sometimes I do get bullied sometimes online. Yeah. And to tell you guys this, well, speaking about Twilight Sparkle, I kind of feel sorry for her in almost some episodes when the authors can uh, like accuse her for something, whether if it's either is a fact or false, whatever. But let's just say sometimes Twilight may be in the wrong at some points, but there are some few points that Twilight Sparkle do have a strongest point ever that some of you may not going to expect to hear it from me, because I kind of think that Twilight Sparkle kind of does have a point about the fact that Pinkie Pie always seems to think that when there's a danger ahead, it's fun to her, but clearly it's not fun at all. Because if you remember that scene from that My Little Pony the movie, then you probably know what I mean. Because I know Pink Pie means well, but I know Twilight Sparkle can be harsh for the way she shouts at Pinkie. I know she shouldn't have done that, but still, I'm not going to make an excuse about it. But clearly, the those who side with Pinkie Pie, I don't think they are realizing that Pinkie Pie, from the way she behaves on this situation, that she thinks that stopping her and the others on trying to having some fun or whatever. Well, I don't know. It's sometimes it's hard for me to get my point straight. Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, and it's something similar happened again, but not with Pinkie Pie, but it's in this episode about from the TV show about something to do with Cadance, even though it's not the real Cadance, it's just Queen Chrysalis in disguise as Cadance on that very moment. Because some of us already aware of that now, don't we? So yeah. But still, I know Twilight Sparkle maybe go way too far, but still, I think they always do deserve the truth, but can I get? I mean, can I just get myself straight? The others just literally didn't even acknowledging it. They didn't even bother to listen to Twilight's side of the story, and then just walked away, slammed the doors, leaving Twilight Sparkle feeling guilty for her own actions. Well, that's all down to Twilight. Yeah, I mean, oh boy, this is so disaster. And yes, and I do remember this one episode from the Powerpuff Girls, the original one, where something to do about when Buttercup and Blossom were obsessed with Blossom's hair, and then suddenly disaster comes. Blossom's lost all the hair. Oh my goodness. Like TMI, meaning too much information. So yeah, I know Blossom means well, and I know Blossom can be a bit upset, but I mean, running away just because being humiliated, I don't think that's gonna make things better for yourself and your health. The only way to deal in this situation is just talk, not just walk away from your issues or your disappointments or whatever. Yes. But believe me or not, Bubbles and Buttercup are totally in the wrong in that episode. And yet, I think Buttercup and Bubbles, stupid mouth. Okay, they kind of get what they deserve at the end when when, and then suddenly Blossom just sort of laughing because you knew it. And there's another episode from Bubbles' Vision. Something to do with Bubbles needing glasses. Yep. I kind of feel sorry for Bubbles on this episode. Sorry, bang my finger. Okay, let's just say Blossom and Buttercup are a bit too harsh on her on that very episode in season 2. Or was it season 3? Keep kind of confused. Okay, but still, just because someone needs to wear glasses, there's honestly no need to judge them by the way they look when they're wearing glasses. I mean, honestly, God, why can't people just give people who wear glasses a break? I mean, I wear glasses now, not like entirely. I only need my glasses when I'm on my computer or whatever. It just depends on. I don't really wear them like out and about or in the house, whatever. Only when I'm on my computer. Because I need them for a reason to help me read or whatever. But I still remember that time when my mom said when I was a kid, I kind of did need the glasses when I was a kid. But can I just say, when I was a kid, I wasn't even keen on wearing glasses because I always thought my eyes were always fine. Because that was only from the time long way before I started to being obsessed being on the computers or whatever. Still, this is so not good. Yeah. Sometimes I may not like glasses very much, but I am trying to get used to them. Yep. Yeah. Yep. Believe me, it's just one of these things. And yet, I remember the very first time when I started wearing my glasses for the first time. Well, I wasn't really sure whether if people will like me for wearing glasses because I thought people would judge me for looking different wearing glasses. But can I just be honest? Well, they did kind of give me a little judge, but not in a negative way though, because you know why? It's only because they were nice about how I look. They were positive and gave me the encouragement. And don't feel feel like low esteem. I mean, low self-esteem about it. Yeah. So I kind of did appreciate that. Yep. You can tell me that, guys. Yeah, I bet you guys probably agree with those people who said those nice things about that. You've probably seen a picture of me in my classes anyway in my community post from a few days or months ago. Yeah, yeah. It's been ages ago now since I posted that. Okay, I'm not gonna stay much long because it's nearly nighttime. Okay, so yes, and well, and if you really want me to say like giving you the best advice, just let me know, and and if you need me, you can always come talk to me on my YouTube channel whenever you want. But it's up to you. You don't have to force yourself. And so I might as well leave you guys to it. And I'll catch you guys another time when I'm not busy. So I'll leave you guys for tomorrow. And if you still need my advice, let me know. So yeah. So don't waste your time waiting for me to answer straight away, because sometimes I might be either be busy or whatever, because sometimes I might not be awake on your time zone, or I might be busy doing something, whatever, or I might be out somewhere for a day, whatever. So yeah. So anyway, so have a great day or great night, wherever you guys are from. So yeah. So just be positive and try be get the encouragement inside you. So don't let any negative get to you. So yeah. And if some of you may able to remember this, I did mention that about your favorite cartoons or whatever. It doesn't really always have to be a cartoon. It can be anything like live actions, whatever, like real life things. So yeah, they can be your superheroes. Yeah, and they can inspire you a lot. And I do feel like that sometimes too. Yeah. And you probably guess, well, I do have some few different characters as my heroes. And they are Twilight Sparkle from Our Pony, Marinette Dash Ladybug from Miraculous Ladybug, Ariel from The Little Mermaid, and Sophia the First, and Lilo and Stitch, for example. So yeah. So have a nice time, and I'll leave you guys to it. So if you're new to my channel, be free to do so. And yes. So goodbye, everyone. Enjoy your time.